I'm Gaz, and this is Let's Play Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon. This is a turn-based strategy game. It's basically Panzer Corps set in the Warhammer 40k universe. Panzer Corps, of course, being a remake of Panzer General, which is an old strategy game. I'm not great at these kinds of games, and especially at the Panzer General games, I was never the best at. I did okay with Advance Wars, which is kind of similar. I mean, it's the same concept. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna start the campaign, and I have all the campaigns. We'll start with the tutorial, however, mostly for the story. The game is fairly easy to figure out, but anyway. A huge space hulk appears in the Armageddon system. It is believed to be uninhabited, but Commissar Yarrick is alarmed by its presence and initiates training sessions for Steel Legion units to ensure they are ready for any emergency. We'll just go with normal, because that's how we go. And we're now Commander Gaz, which is a very orcish-sounding name.
Congratulations on your promotion, Commander. The Steel Legion needs more officers like yourself, especially as recruitment stations are becoming scarcer due to these cutbacks. In any case, you have been assigned north, to Hive Deathmire and Armageddon Prime.
I don't understand cutbacks in the 41st millennium. Hive Deathmire? I thought all junior officers were being deployed to Hive Infernus for ranging exercises into the Palladus Mountains.
You will soon realize ours is not to question why, Commander, especially a lower-ranking Juve officer. You, and your freshly mustered battalion, have been requisitioned by Sebastian Yarrick from the 4th Regiment up in Deathmire, if you must know.
When do we leave?
You leave immediately. Commissar Yarrick is keen to begin training, and this space hulk that's appeared in system has him even more agitated and paranoid than normal. They say he's as tough as a Catachan devil, so don't mess him around.
Greetings, Commander. I'll keep this short as I'm not the chatty type. You need to show me what you can do. I dislike weak leadership. It gets soldiers killed, and I consider that a waste. This thing, this space hulk inbound. Von Straub's fawning circle of advisors would have us believe it is uninhabited space junk, but I'm not so sure. There are many warnings of dark times ahead. The statue of the Emperor in Hell's Reach even weeps tears of blood. I need you and your battalion battle-ready. I'll leave you with Drill Sergeant Goyle. Technically you outrank him, of course, but he speaks as if my words were his. Don't disappoint me.
In this exercise, you'll be using non-lethal ammunition against another newly mustered battalion, also led by a junior officer. According to my reports, you may know each other from your Schola Progenia days. Commander Venbar Jackson? In any case, don't let Schola ties affect your performance. Remember, you are under the Commissar's scrutiny.
I also don't understand non-lethal ammunition in the 41st millennium. Welcome to your first Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon mission. This tutorial will teach you everything you need to know in order to enjoy the game. Read the instructions and then close the message box to try them out. All the action takes place on the tactical map, which covers most of the screen. This is where units move and attack. You are a junior officer in command of a small contingent of Steel Legion forces. Your training opponent is also in command of Steel Legion units, but they have different strength plates and are so easy to distinguish. Okay, scrolling the map by moving and playing with the minimap, giving orders, click, click. That's pretty much everything we need to know. Okay, so we've got some Steel Legion infantry, a Steel Legion anti-tank support with a missile launcher, a couple sentinels who have las cannons. Can actually, well, fine, just interrupt me as I'm about to look at things. Every unit can make a move and attack per turn. If your unit's moved, you can undo it. Otherwise, you're screwed. Okay. So, over here, we see that I have a las cannon, which has a range of 1 to 3 hexes, and various attack strengths, and armor piercing in this case. The interesting thing here, of course, is that many of our vehicles, mostly vehicles, not really so much the infantry, but the vehicles can have multiple weapons, which can have a range difference amongst them, but if they're all together and we're in range, all of the weapons will fire at once. Now, the las cannons I don't believe are actually very good against entrenched militia here. They are getting a 40%, what is that, cover bonus? Is that what this is? I think this is, yeah, cover and then defense. So, probably not going to do so great, but we're going to get in there and try and break them down. And we just revealed there is a Tauros hidden back here, which these guys are more than capable of taking out by themselves, so I'll move them here. And that weak little thing is done. Okay. So, I guess the strategy, if you want to survive, is to whittle down the enemies from range. And you see there that I've got like the -0 and then -3. Whenever there's a number here, that means I'm going to take fire because I'm within range of them. You can see over there on the right, it currently says that I am out of range of their auto pistols. So, I'm fine from here. And I don't really want to keep moving forward because the more in that direction we go, the more enemy units we will reveal. Now, in the tutorials, they do not actually come at me or really fight back. So, we're okay here. I need to get within 2 range, and now, nope, because I'm going to wipe them out before... Oh, I'm not. I'm not. There's one left. I guess the auto pistols, though, have to be right next door, so that's fine. The buildings also have line of sight blockage. I'm not sure if that also applies to the people who are in that area, because it seems to me that, like, when you're in the middle of a forest, obviously it makes it harder for people to shoot in at you, but I think it also affects your own accuracy. Well, I guess we can just take this hex. Up in the minimap we see the orange hexes, which are the objective. Where is the objective? I think it's this one. Yes. We need to capture 3 to win the tutorial. So move in there, and it should be mine. I'm not gonna go through... Congratulations, you've captured your first victory hex. You need to capture all hexes on the map in order to win the mission. This particular mission. This doesn't always say end turn. Sometimes you will have actions waiting on your units, and you have to hit the little wait button, basically, to put them to sleep for the turn before it'll actually go that. But you can just hit the button, and it'll go to the next turn. So we've got some enemies there, but we'll have to deal with them later. Zooming the map! Yay! Zooming the map. All of your units have moved. Press end turn button. See, it's weird. I think that part is broken because we had to actually end the turn before I could get that message. Okay, next move. I'm going to move you up into there. An enemy unit is in range of your weapons, but cannot attack. You cannot attack it because the line of sight is blocked by high terrain. You can see the various properties of terrain in the UI sidebar on the right. So it must be looking at this that's blocking my line of sight going into that hex. So we're gonna have to go. I don't think I can even shoot them from here. I'm gonna have to go all the way to this rough patch, which at least applies cover for me. You can attack this enemy unit, but your unit's line of sight is partially blocked by high terrain. This attack will be less effective because your firing accuracy is reduced. So even though we have it this way, we don't have it that way. That's okay though, we'll still be able to deal some damage to them without taking damage myself. And we did reveal some more units there that I'm not actually thrilled about revealing right now. Let's see, that'd be 1, 2... I should probably turn on hexes so I can count, but I think we'll be fine here to shoot. That looks like 3 away. Yeah, okay. That should do some damage to them. It didn't do as much as I'd hoped. Have to get that infantry in there. Okay. Armageddon will automatically save the game. Thanks for telling me that. This is actually one of the few, I guess, modern games that actually comes with still the manual and like the very in-depth kind of tutorial on how to play. It's very old school in that sense. This unit's morale has dropped below maximum and has become less effective. Less effective? Less effective. Morale is indicated by the color of a unit's strength number. Morale decreases in combat and can be restored by using rest and refit. So basically it's telling me to use this little tent here to not only increase my HP by 1, and it only does it by 1. In order to get more, we have to do this one. But it'll also increase my morale. And I think they get a bonus when they're white. That's like full morale or something. No, wait, morale is this number right here. So these guys are pretty high on the morale. In most scenarios, your goal is to capture or hold the victory hexes. These hexes are marked with gold. Okay, thank you. Yellow, I think, is probably normal morale, so they're not getting a bonus, but we're also not going to get the best that I can get. So I think I'll go ahead and make this one rest, especially since we're going to have to take that on pretty darn soon. And we're at full. And let's see. I guess I could... May as well take that. Oh, wow. Okay, good. Let's see, can you... You can. I want you... I don't think you're going to be close enough. Is that 3? You are 3. Good. Boom. Excellent. Okay, so you can move in there. You can move to the cover. I guess it doesn't really matter. I need to get in good habits, though, for this game, because otherwise I'm going to suffer, I'm sure. Okay. Well, I guess we can probably come in through... Is there any cover out here? There is cover there. We're getting a little bit close to the cities, though. I don't want to unlock anything yet, like those guys. And those are 25. That's considerably more. Okay, we're going to have to... I don't think we can even make a move around that way. Let's move around the bottom here. You guys, why don't we have you rest up? We probably should get on the road and utilize that, but I think we'll be fine. For this mission anyway. I mean, it's like... These guys aren't even firing back. And they say they're Hive militia with auto pistols. I don't know how I feel about that, because they really seem more like Hive scum to me. I guess we could come over here. Start... Nope, that's blocked. Go up that way. Okay, we can get something there, but now we're going to take a little bit back. You saw that. Auto guns. I think those are better than the auto pistols, yeah. Those are different types of guns. So, these ones actually have range, and I probably should have kept him at 3, not 2, because that would have put these guys out of range, so... Know that for next time. I'm going to get a little bit closer, though. Put you on the roads, and maybe we can get you snuck in there. Okay, end of turn. They still don't initiate attack at this point. Let's see. I guess we'll keep out of range over here on the road. So what do they have? I guess they've got much stronger defense. Looks like they're a little bit more powerful. This unit was wounded, and its hit points are currently below max. When its hit points are reduced to 0, it will lose 1 point of strength and become less effective in combat. Okay. So yes, this is where it's telling me to use, I guess, that one. No, it still wants me to use the rest and refit, even though this is really the reinforcements tab. I'm going to pull back. If I pull in here, I think that mountain will probably block my line of sight, so I'm going to have to go out. And because I moved, I can't actually use the rest and refit, but I think that's okay. We can utilize it next turn. Maybe I should actually have you come over here. We're going to take a little bit of flack from that, but that's okay. You don't have... You do actually have some line of sight. It's blocked by 30%. We're going to take some damage back. But what I really want to do is get these guys in there, and because that building's in the way, they can't actually see. Okay. Lasers everywhere. We may as well do the rest to refit, why not? These guys could probably use it, but let's actually get out into the open so we're not doing line of sight. Yeah, that halved it. We were only going to do -3 on that one. So I guess I should move these guys out as well. onto the road. Not always the best, but we don't get any defensive bonus from sitting in there. And, sure. Rocket to the face. Now, of course, I didn't leave anyone who could actually move in there. So we have to wait another turn. In you go. And we'll just end the turn there. Victory! Okay, so yeah, the thing it's trying to tell me back there is that my opponent gets one chance to capture them back, so to win the scenario for themselves and prevent me from winning, but because we eliminated everybody, we won.
As the Commissar ordered, I've been monitoring your maneuvers, and that was sloppy. You'll need to perform better to face the horrors I have witnessed. Believe me, boy, the Xenos covet every Imperial world, and it's up to the Imperial Guard to stop them. Don't listen to the fairy tales. The Space Marines are all but a myth. They won't be about to save your backside when there's an orc breathing down it.
Greetings, citizens of Armageddon. You may have heard rumors that a large deposit of intersector space debris is floating towards our home. It is true that over the next few days the sky will darken as this phenomenon, designated by the Air Marshal as Alveus Alpha Alpha Sextus, gets closer. But there is no need to panic. I can assure you, this wreck is uninhabited, and I intend to claim salvage rights for the people of Armageddon. Who knows what treasures, what precious archaeotech lie hidden within. This will benefit us all, so stay calm, don't panic, and keep paying those gilded taxes. Oh yes, and bless the Emperor!
We take to the jungles. I need to see how your battalion performs in dangerous environmental conditions. So make sure those gas masks are on tight. It won't be all desert plains, boy. You'll have to fight through canyons of fire, acid rivers, burning winds, toxic rains, and trudge through vast patches of gropeweed or Hell's Reach monster, a vile plant. And that's just here in Armageddon. As with the previous mission, you'll be facing Jackson's battalion. I expect you to show him no mercy. When I fought the Eldor and Orgil VX, they were pitiless killers. And so should you be too, if we are to face the Xenos and survive.
Just got word from that paranoid old dog of a commissar. We'll be facing you for the rest of our posting at this crap hole of a hive. You got lucky on that first exercise, but just like at the Scholar, I'm going to teach you a few lessons of my own. See you in the jungle, Commander.
I'm not sure how I feel about the voice acting and just the general dialogue in this game. It seems very lampoonish, very tongue-in-cheek. It's not really grim dark, like you would expect from the Warhammer universe. But then again, that kind of permeates, and it really depends on who's writing. You know, you see that in the books sometimes too. It's not quite what you'd expect, I guess. So anyway, I'm not entirely sure how long that took in the last episode, but I'm pretty sure it's good enough for one episode. Next time we'll probably be able to push through a few more of the tutorial missions. I really don't want to do one mission per episode. At least we won't have a choice later on, but at least for right now, I'm hoping we can do this a little bit faster. So I'm going to end this one here, and I'll see you next time.